It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry now. This is Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A first look now for Darrington Evans. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
The ball carrier.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Evans. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Boston. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, tighten down.
Back to throw. Boston. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
1st and 10.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 55.
From the gun, Boston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. what do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Sony Michel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
7-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Newton. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Operating from the gun, Boston. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Mike, 55.
Now Michelle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Bears nothing.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Off the play fake. Boston. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Bears nothing.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The 16-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And the Bears first down.
Newton on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That'll bring up second down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Evans. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Troy Pride on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Evans. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Evans, the ball carrier.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
20.
Now Newton on 1st down. Open man, Butler complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20. And the Bears first down.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
No gain on
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. To the air again, Newton. And a throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
They'll take over.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Buying time to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They fake the give. Newton. They'll roll him out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Is good.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. The open man is Westbrook. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, Boston. Flushed out right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. On 1st and 10, Boston. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Boston. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
The 10-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, Michel. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 6.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Boston escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
At the 38-yard line.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Get me! Let's go! Let's go! Here we go!
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Boston. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, Boston. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
3-yard line.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Off play action. Boston. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. 2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Michel. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
46-yard line.
$13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Off the bootleg. Boston. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Henry Ruggs, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Falcons 24, Bears 3.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Chase Young on
2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
20.
The shotgun snap for Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Bears 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check 99. Switch. 70 Lion.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Going up top for Miller. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Scotty Miller, 85 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead.
Badgley lining up for the extra point.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Henry Ruggs. 78 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try and throw for it here. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun is Eason, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. The quick throw complete into the flat out left. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the run, this is Jackson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world.
He's got daylight. 30, 10, touchdown, Falcons. D.D. Westbrook, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Falcons add on. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
That's the reason we go for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They go play action with Eason. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught at the 10. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
Number 15.
A huge play there for Chicago. 53 yards. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Eason. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They're going on 4th down. Here's Eason. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Over on down.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they're going to try to eat some clock with Michel. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Boston. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. From the gun, Eason. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Eason to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3 and 3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.